The Young and the Restless, September 30th, 2025. Spoilers. Fans can expect Nikki putting Diane in her place, while Sally keeps a secret from Billy. The previous episode of The Young and the Restless saw Victor setting a trap for Kane. On the other hand, Nick and Sharon plan to visit their son Noah. And then last, but definitely not least, Claire made a bold move affecting her future by breaking up with Kyle after weeks of friction. The drama, the chaos, the doubts, the suspicions, the trickery, and the action are about to get really messy sooner than later. Here's what the fans can expect from the September 30th, 2025 episode of The Young and the Restless when they tune in to CBS to watch the popular daytime drama. The episode on Tuesday features Nikki putting Diane in her place. Things have changed a lot in the last few days, but some things will never change. Victor and Jack may have joined hands temporarily and formed an alliance against Kane, but it doesn't mean their wives, Nikki and Diane, are okay. The two have never gotten along and have long been cold rivals, just like their husbands. The difference is that Jack and Victor actively went against each other while Diane and Nikki shared cold vibes and maintained their distance. However, with this alliance, they will now have to be in close proximity to each other. And it's not going to be pretty, with the pent-up friction between them. And to add to it, Claire, who is Nikki's granddaughter, just broke up with Kyle, who is Diane's son. Is this the reason why Nikki is apparently putting Diane in her place? Or is their past tension clabbering to the surface instead? Up next, Sally keeps a secret from Billy. The two went through a rough patch, but have since made up. This doesn't mean that things are all rosy again, because it looks like Sally has a secret to keep from Billy already. What is this going to be about? Is this about work, or is this more personal? With Billy's mother Jill back in town and having a video call chat with her, it seems the secret is quite personal. What did Jill share with Sally, and why is the latter hiding it from Billy? Will he find out about it soon? And then lastly, Tessa defends her actions. She is now done with the secrets and hiding. Tessa wants to know the truth about what Mariah has been hiding, and when she tells Sharon, she gets skepticism in return. Is this why Tessa is defining her plan and explaining her choice to get to the bottom of things? The hallowed halls of Genoa City's corporate towers and manicured mansions are once again thrumming with the electric current of impending drama. In a world where fortunes can be lost on a whisper and family loyalties are as fragile as antique crystal, the players are positioning themselves for a power struggle that promises to redefine alliances and shatter the fragile peace that has settled over the city. This week on The Young and the Restless, two formidable women, Nikki Newman and Diane Jenkins, are headed for a spectacular collision, while across town, a secret held by Sally Spectra threatens to detonate her burgeoning relationship with Billy Abbott. The stage is set for a week of breathtaking confrontations and dangerous deceptions. Nikki's last stand. The matriarch draws a line in the sand. For Nikki Newman, the integration of Diane Jenkins into the Newman family has been nothing short of a waking nightmare. Every family dinner, every corporate gathering, and every public display of affection between Diane and Jack Abbott is a fresh wound, a stark reminder of a past she has tried and failed to bury. While others, including her own daughter Victoria, have adopted a cautious, if not accepting, stance toward the reformed femme fatale, Nikki's instincts scream that this is all an elaborate performance. She sees the ghost of the manipulative, destructive woman who tore through lives with reckless abandon, and she is convinced that this new Diane is merely a wolf in designer sheep's clothing. The breaking point, according to spoilers, comes when Diane begins to overstep what Nikki considers her sacred boundaries. It's no longer just about being Mrs. Jack Abbott. It's about Diane offering unsolicited advice on Newman family matters, making comments about Victoria's leadership, or offering a sympathetic, knowing smile to Nikki that feels less like empathy and more like a taunt. Diane's very presence at the periphery of the Newman empire feels like an invasion, and Nikki, as the family's fierce protector, will no longer stand for it. The confrontation, when it comes, is said to be a masterclass in Nikki's signature blend of icy elegance and raw, unfiltered power. She corners Diane, likely at the Newman estate or a society function, and delivers a verbal evisceration meant to strip away every layer of Diane's carefully constructed facade. This won't be a shouting match in a public restaurant. It will be a quiet, venomous, and brutally precise attack. You may have fooled my brother, Jack. Nikki will likely seethe, her voice low and steady, betraying the fury simmering beneath the surface. You may have convinced the world that you've changed. But do not mistake their politeness for acceptance, and do not ever believe for 1 second that you have fooled me. I see you, Diane. I see the woman you were, and I know the damage you are capable of. You are a guest in this world, a temporary fixture. Remember your place, because I have not, and will never, forget who you truly are. This is Nikki not just putting Diane in her place, but reclaiming her own. It's a declaration of war from the Newman matriarch, a promise that she will be watching, waiting for the slightest misstep. For Diane, this is a stark warning that her hard-won happiness is built on a foundation that Nikki is all too ready to shatter. The fallout will send shockwaves through both the Abbott and Newman households, forcing Jack to choose, once again, between his wife and his family's oldest allies, and putting Victor in the precarious position of managing his wife's vendetta against his business partner's spouse. While the Abbott-Newman feud reignites, a more intimate, but no less devastating, crisis is brewing in the world of Sally Spectra and Billy Abbott. Their relationship, born from a shared sense of being outsiders and a mutual understanding of personal reinvention, has been a rare bright spot for both of them. Sally, finally free from the shadow of her disastrous entanglement with Adam Newman, has found in Billy a partner who appreciates her ambition and celebrates her success. Billy, in turn, has found a stability and creative partnership with Sally that he has long craved, a connection that grounds him in a way his chaotic past with Phyllis or his ill-fated codependent relationship with Lily never could. However, spoilers indicate that this idyllic bubble is about to be threatened by a secret Sally chooses to keep. The nature of this secret is crucial, and the most compelling theory points directly to her former flame, Adam Newman. Despite her commitment to Billy, Sally and Adam share a profound, almost toxic connection, a bond forged in fire, passion, and mutual self-destruction. A chance encounter, a moment of weakness, or a professional crisis that forces them together could easily reignite old sparks. Perhaps Adam, in a moment of vulnerability following his father's latest machinations or a setback with Connor, reaches out to her. Or maybe Sally, facing a professional challenge at Newman Media, finds herself turning to the one person who understands her drive on a molecular level.